Hi, welcome. In some areas of the UK tomorrow you'll be voting for your local elections, and I just want to remind you of a few things before you do. I've been reading around a bit, and a few things I've read which have kind of surprised me. But before you make this vote, as most would know if they've seen my other videos, you know that I'm a Labour Party voter. So at some point, this point, I expect a few to turn off, especially Tories. But don't. Just listen to this before you do. If you're a Tory, sit there, look at this, and then take this off. Is this good or bad? If you're a floating voter, which is more important, this should open your eyes a bit. The thing is, you cannot believe the main media these days. You can't believe the papers because they're owned by Tories, basically. Billionaires who get tax breaks off the government, so there's no way they're going to tell you what they're doing wrong. They'll always kiss their backsides and make sure you get all the good news, but you ain't going to get the bad news. That's a fact. Channel 4 is about the nearest one to tell the truth, but your best bet is to look at the internet and foreign newspapers. They've got no axe to grind, so you're more liable to get information that you don't get off the mainstream media here. Papers, radio, BBC even, because Cameron, clever, put a load of these people in good places within the BBC so they can control the output. So anyway, but what you should know is this is what I've read. I didn't get these figures myself, it's what I've read. Gun crime is up 20%, knife crime up 21%, robbery 29%, vehicle theft 18%, domestic burglary 32%, stalking 36%, overall crime up 14%. Now there's a reason for that, and that's because they've got 20,000 less policemen than we had before this lot came in. And that's not my figure, that's not on this either, that's genuine figure, that's statistics. I mean, that was on one of the Channel 4 programs or something, and also the police federation. They're down to by 0.75% to the lowest amount since 1985, and you wonder why crime rises when people can run around completely unchallenged. Now, I don't know if you remember the 80s, but this happened then. Maggie's mob took out a load of the police, and crime went mental, went ballistic. I have a theory that every time you get a Conservative government, crime goes up. Because it does seem that way to me, because the minute they start cutting services and cutting the police force down, there's nobody to stop them. So, and also they treat those with no money so badly, some of them resort to crime. They create criminals, this government and the previous Tory government. These facts, that was what I read, but these are actual facts which I know for sure. As the NHS is the largest sustained drop in funding as a percentage of GDP since it was founded. You know, the Tories tell you they're spending loads of money on it and all that. And not. If you spend £5 billion back in 1948, it was a lot of money. You spend £5 billion now, drop in the ocean. You know, it's a massive thing. And the figures, well, they don't really matter. If you're not paying enough to keep the thing going, then you're giving them a cut in real terms. They say there's wastage in the NHS. The biggest waste is the internal market in the NHS, which they bought in. Get rid of that, you're saving billions of pounds. And this is being quoted by people who work inside the NHS. It's not my figures, it's people who actually work there. Right? They say the Tories keep saying, oh, it's not worth the money, they're losing money hand over foot. Well, it's them that's doing it. It's them that's cutting it. It's them that's cutting all these services and making it look bad. And so they can get to a point where they go, oh, we'll have to privatise it and sell it off to their buddies. But, so that's the thing there, you know. And when they say efficient savings in the NHS, they actually mean cuts. They're not saving jack. They're actually just cutting services left, right and centre to make it so they can have a good reason to privatise it. Everybody knows that. You don't have to be a genius. The Tories said they want more nurses. Yet they stopped the nurses' bursary. So it basically stops creating a post, because people, you stop their bursary, how they got to get in at ground level? It's just ridiculous. They say one thing, completely lying all the time. Those working in the NHS say the Conservatives, the NHS is not safe in Tory hands. Well, we've proved that. That's what happens now. We also know, this is another thing that annoys me about the NHS. We know that I think it was Virgin Care took over a big bunch of NHS stuff, realised they couldn't make enough profit because they estimated or whatever, and said to the government, well, can you take it back, because this is crippling us, we're not making enough money. It's like me buying stuff in a shop and saying, well, after I get home saying, oh well, a few weeks later, can you take it back? I can't afford it. No. The government are using your money to do this, and this is a chance in the local elections to give them a bloody nose. And that's what I'm doing today. I'm telling you, know these things and give them a bloody nose. They say that a lot of people say that Tories are better at money management. No, they're not. They borrowed more money. This actual government's borrowed more money than every Labour government ever combined. And where's it gone? Do you see 30 new hospitals, millions of new doctors, millions of new nurses? No. Where's it gone? Well, I know where it's gone. They've given it to the rich for tax breaks, so they can get it back in donations to keep winning elections and keep buying elections. I mean, it's criminal, the stuff they get up to, really. It's like they said there's no money tree, no magic money tree. May said this. Maggie Thatcher 2. Maggie Thatcher the return. The bitch ain't dead. No money tree for nurses, and yet they found £1 billion to bribe the DUP to keep them in office. But there's no money tree. It's like they're going to cut. They know millions of kids are going to school with no hot meal inside them, and yet they're going to cut free school meals to some of them. And when they said that, the DUP went, oh no, we can't have that. Oh no, it won't affect you. No, you can still have them. Just keep voting for us. Is that not bribery? You do that in any other field, it's bribery. What else? Oh yes, energy prices. Didn't May say before the election they put a cap on energy prices? I think she did, yeah. They've all gone up. So that was a lie. I want to leave it, just those few things. If you want to keep the NHS and all that, now's the time to start making them take notice of you. Give them a bloody nose this time and come to a big election, oust. It's your money they're wasting, your tax money that you're paying. Under austerity, 95% of us are worse off. Normal people down 14%. But believe it or not, under austerity, the top 5% have actually become richer. Yeah, I'm not lying. That's government official economic fact. That's their figures, not mine, not some little jerk off the side of it. That is actual proper government facts. And they can't answer that one. When asked about that one, they can't answer it. Why have the super rich, or why have the super rich become the mega rich while they've been victimising the poor? The United Nations say they're absolutely, totally concerned, have deep concerns over the way this government treats its disabled people. They're spending your money and giving it to rich people, while working class people, normal everyday people, are having to go to food banks because they're getting paid such crap wages because this lot kept the 0-hour contracts. Think about all this. You might be sitting there and say, oh, it don't affect me, don't worry me, but look at it, I want you to look at this. When they first done all this crap in the 80s, they picked on those on benefit. As did this lot. Really, they come in, it's all the people on the dole, it's their fault. Oh, it's always somebody else's fault, and yet they create unemployment. So they blame everybody and end up on benefit, and then they started going for those on low wages, and then it's climbing, slowly creeping up the ladder. So at some time it's going to come to you. Not this week, not next week, but maybe next year. And when they sell off the NHS, this is another thing I want you to think of. When they sell off the NHS and one of your kids or one of your family has a serious problem, and they say, yes, we can save that person's life, but it's going to cost you £75,000, and you ain't got it. Are you going to wish then, at that point in time, that you gave them the bloody nose and you stopped them dead in their tracks come the next big election? Is that when you're going to wake up? Now's the time to wake up. Now's the time to say, you can't lie to us forever and get away with it. Don't believe the newspapers, don't believe the radio, don't believe the TV, because they lie to you. It's their business to lie to you, so you believe the rubbish and keep this government in power. The owners, 5 billionaires, own 80% of the media in this country. Check it out yourself. Yeah, you don't have to listen to me, actually. I challenge you to check this out yourself. Go on the internet. Go to the Freedom of Information. Check out the actual government stuff, you know. It's all there. All you've got to do is find it. But you ain't going to get the truth off of any of the media service. I'll give you a little tip. The only time you know for sure a Tory is lying to you is when they start speaking. Then it's absolute given they're telling you a lie. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching it to the end. If you are a Tory, have a good think. If you're a floating voter, have a serious think, because you're the ones who could save this country. You know, we're getting lied to like we did over Brexit. We all know that £350 million to the NHS was a lie. Well, so is everything else. Anyway, I hope you've learned something here, and I hope you do research it yourself, and I hope it changes the way you vote for the better. So, take care now. Bye.